Hi there. Today I'm reflecting on Isaiah chapter 58, verses 6 to 8. Is not this the fast that I choose? To loose the bonds of wickedness, to undo the straps of the yoke, to let the oppressed go free, and to break every yoke? Is it not to share your bread with the hungry, and bring the homeless poor into your house? When you see the naked, to cover him, not to hide yourself from your own flesh. Then shall your light break forth like the dawn, and your healing shall spring up speedily. Episode 2. B is for bread. The charity Mary's Meals has a radical idea. Simply feed children with a nutritious meal when they're at school, and that will change everything for a child in poverty. Because when stomachs are full, those children have the energy to learn, play, and grow. And astonishingly, in order to give these children in these very poor countries that meal every day, all they need is £19.15 a year to serve one child. I was very interested in the fact that we talk about almsgiving a lot in Lent, but we never really use that word any other time of the year. It's a very old-fashioned word, of course. I looked it up in the dictionary to see where it came from, and I was fascinated to see that it derives from the Greek word eleemosine, which means mercy. It's the same word that we say at Mass when we say Kyrie eleison, Lord have mercy. Almsgiving then is quite a beautiful word, and it speaks of ourselves as being instruments of God's mercy. And God's mercy is quite a concrete thing. It's shown throughout the scriptures by him giving his people bread. He feeds them with manna in the desert when they wander, echoing how the Lord Jesus, the new Moses, will feed the 5,000. He then describes himself in John chapter 6 as the bread of life. And after celebrating the Last Supper with his disciples at the crucifixion, gives his body, the Eucharist, preparing us for the banquet of heaven. The receiving of Jesus' body, his bread, cleanses us from sin, but it also prompts us to give our bodies, our bread, to others, or else we become blind to the sheer gift that we ourselves have received. Jesus expresses this idea elsewhere in another way in his conversation with Satan when he's being tempted, when he says, man cannot live on bread alone. In other words, we can't live by just taking the things that we need and forgetting that actually they have a divine origin. Man truly lives when, in Jesus, he gives life to others, setting bread on the table before God's hungry children. Is it not to share your bread with the hungry and bring the homeless poor into your house? When you see the naked, to cover him, and not to hide yourself from your own flesh? Then shall your light break forth like the dawn, and your healing shall spring up speedily.